What's up, guys? So we got day 4, week 3, and we got more equipment testing today because we are going to try the Avancus again, but this time on bench press, and we are going to get to compare it to the Hyper V's. We just have 2-inch board press, nothing crazy, and some speed deadlifts. So at least there's something exciting today of just checking out some new gear. But first, I'm going to do these dumbbell presses, sets of 50, two of them, and get warmed up, and probably bench and deadlift at the same time, kind of go in between, just to get things done a little quicker. Here we go. All right, so first set of 5 on these speed pulls. I'm going to pause, but I'm going to emphasize the speed more so than the pause, and we'll just see how it goes. This is the same weight I did last week, and I don't see any purpose of upping it more. Purpose is to work on speed, so no need to go any heavier than this, regardless of how it feels. Look like speed work? Yeah. All right. Whew. Big chest up a little more. Big chest. Go down, reset, reset. Right there. All right, so I did my first set, first warm up with the Avancus, and they felt really, really grippy. So I'm going to film from this angle, do a warm up with these, and then my next warm up I'll do in the Hyper V's, and then kind of give like a real time sort of reaction to it. All right, so those advances felt super, super grippy. It's almost like I didn't even realize how much my feet used to slide on bench, because I just felt so stable in those compared to just a deadlift slipper. But we're going to try the Hyper V's on this set. Once I take the rep, I'll let you guys know what I think. All right, so I think the Hyper V's are a little bit more grippy, but I don't know if it's the rubber that does it. What I think it is because since these are so thin, that your points of contact are really just like, the ball of your foot on either side and your heel. And the rest doesn't get pushed down into the floor as hard. Whereas since this is like a hard sole, it's more like a pair of Vans or something like that. The whole thing is evenly distributed the pressure, so you have more surface area on the floor. I don't know if it's going to matter that much for most people, but I would say the Hyper Vs are definitely more grippy than the Advances when it comes to benching, at least. I'm deadlifting the Advances right now, and I have to say I think I prefer that to a slipper. I pull conventional, so it probably doesn't matter that much. But before I initiate my pull on conventional, I twist out my knees to kind of like get my glutes going, or at least perceive that my glutes are going more. And when I'm in my slipper, I kind of like feel my foot slide around inside of the slipper, which doesn't really matter. I just takes me a little longer to get it set. Whereas since these are a little more locked in, that twisting motion just feels like, oh, I'm gripping right away. I don't think any of it really matters that much as far as conventional deadlift, but just probably just comes down to preference. All right, we just hit the last set of those paused, speed emphasized deadlifts, and I think that went pretty well. I ended up taking off the collar, so before I just realized I miscalculated the weight on all of that. That was 452 at the beginning, and then we did 440 on the last one. So 452 for 2 sets of 5, and then 440 for the final set. Just to emphasize the speed more, we have heavy singles coming up on my next deadlift day, which is only a couple days away. So it was like, what am I going to get out of 452 that I can't get out of 440 at this point? So that was the logic. We got the first set of 2 board press coming up now. We're going to hit this for 5. All right, so that first set was kind of garbage. I kind of rushed my setup, and this time I'm going to think about a couple different cues and make sure that I set up properly. So hopefully the second set looks a lot better. So much better. So when I slid in to position, really thought about long neck, really getting my lats down in during the slide. And then actually, when I initiated the descent, I thought about elbows breaking first. Those are pretty fucking steep. All right, guys, so that's a wrap on today's session. Nothing crazy. I'm real happy with the way the bench is feeling. Those deadlifts were just speed reps, so nothing really to report there. But I will say I fully back the Hyper Vs for bench, and the Advances are probably just as good for most people. So if you're looking for more like a shoe to use for all your lifts, Advance is probably the way to go. But as far as like the superior bench only shoe, the Hyper V is where it's at. But anyways, guys, I got to get out of here. We'll catch you on the next one.